A pleasant afternoon to our honorable panel members, advisor, and my co-researchers. I, Glassel Joy Hamin, will carry out a presentation on our research proposal entitled Impact of Digital Marketing on Consumer Behavior, Attitudes, Practices Towards Online Purchasing Decision amidst COVID-19 pandemic. COVID-19 pandemic widely affected the global economy and the lives of many individuals. As a response, various preventive measures and regulations were implemented by the government to eliminate the spread of the virus. This includes the mandatory wearing of face masks and restrictions on getting out of homes. Thus, the market took adjustments and consumers seem to have shifted their preferences. Added by the growing scale of digitalization, online shopping emerged to be one desirable option for consumers to satisfy their necessities as well as desires. This fueled the faster pace of digitalization, therefore increasing the significance of digital marketing. As such, this study will investigate the impact of digital marketing on consumer behavior, attitudes, practices towards online purchasing decision amidst the COVID-19 pandemic. The objective is to better understand the approach and strategic importance behind digital marketing. Moving forward, the theoretical framework involved in the study is the unified theory of acceptance and use of technology as well as the consumer behavior model. The unified theory of acceptance and use of technology was developed by Viswanath Venkatesh, Michael Morris, Gordon Davis, and Fred Davis in the year 2003. The theory assumed that there are four predictors of users' behavioral intention. First, the performance expectancy. This is the degree of assumed task efficiency. Second, effort expectancy, the degree of ease of use. Third, social influence, or the degree of perceived influence from others. And lastly, the facilitating conditions, or the degree of technical support when used. Another framework to be used is the consumer behavior model, developed by Philip Kotler and Kevin Lane Keller in the year 2012. This model assumed that there are five stages of consumer behavior. First, need recognition, the determination of the need or problem. Second, information search, the search for details about the solutions available. Third, evaluation of alternatives, the reviewal of the alternatives on the basis of certain factors such as price or cost. Fourth, purchase decision, the act of conclusion to purchase. And lastly, post-purchase behavior, the satisfaction or dissatisfaction after the purchase. Here we have the schematic diagram to be used in the study showing the interplay of variables. We have here the independent and dependent variables. For the independent variables, we have respondent's profile, the digital marketing, and online consumers' attributes. As for the dependent variable, we have the online purchasing decision. The study will investigate the impact of digital marketing on consumer behavior, attitudes, practices, and online purchasing decision among the students of Liceo de Cagayan University, and to determine whether these variables are predictors of online purchasing decision during COVID-19. Specifically, it seeks to answer the following questions. First, what is the profile of the respondents in terms of age, gender, digital experience, and digital voluntariness? Second, what is the respondent's perceptions of digital marketing in terms of performance expectancy, effort expectancy, social influence, and facilitating conditions? Third, how do the respondents assess their online consumer attributes in the aspect of behavior, attitudes, and practices? Fourth, how do the respondents assess their online purchasing decision on its impacts as perceived by the students of Liceo de Cagayan University? Fifth, is there a significant relationship between digital marketing, performance expectancy, effort expectancy, social influence, facilitating conditions, consumers' behavior, attitudes, practices, and online purchasing decision? Sixth, which of the components of digital marketing, consumers' behavior, attitudes, and practices significantly predicts online purchasing decision? Let us now proceed to the research methodology. The research design to be used is descriptive correlational quantitative research design. This involves quantitative research or the use of numeric data, descriptive research to be used for the identification of attributes of digital marketing and consumers' behavior, attitudes, and practices, correlational research for the examination of the relationship between digital marketing and consumers' behavior, attitudes, and practices, and online purchasing decision. This study will be conducted at Liceo de Cagayan University, which has three campuses: the main campus, Rodolfo and Peláez campus, and the Paseo del Rio campus. The target participants of the study will involve students of Liceo de Cagayan University, specifically those enrolled in the College of Business and Accountancy Department aged 18 years old and above. The sampling procedure to be utilized is stratified random sampling. This includes a maximum of 100 select students coming from 4 organizations in the aforementioned college department. Specifically, 25 select students each from the JPEA, JPhoenix, T-Charms, and JMA. In order to gather the data needed in the study, the researchers will employ survey questionnaires consisting of 4 parts, beginning with the socio-demographic profile, which comprises of 9 questions. The second part is the consumer's perception and digital marketing, containing 12 questions. The third part is the consumer's behavior, attitudes, and practices, comprising of 11 questions. And lastly, the fourth part is the online purchasing decision with 10 questions. For the interpretation and analysis of the data gathered, the researchers will adopt the 5-point Likert style using the scale of 5 for strongly agree, 4 for agree, 3 for neutral, 2 for disagree, and 1 for strongly disagree. The scoring scale will use the following. As to the data gathering procedure, this process will involve first the identification of the respondents, which are the students of Liceo de Cagayan University. To continue, the researchers will distribute the online questionnaire links or the Google Forms, after which orderly reminders will be sent to request response from the participants in cases such as when they may have somehow overlooked or forgotten the initial task. Afterwards, the researchers will collect the responses in order to interpret the data and further analysis be conducted. For the analysis of data, the following statistical techniques will be used. Cronbach's alpha test. This is to measure the internal consistency and reliability of the data gathered. Frequency description. This is to describe the profile of respondents and the corresponding percentage of their responses. Descriptive data analysis. To measure the central tendency and variability, such as the mean and standard deviation, to highlight the most important factors. That concludes the presentation. It is my honor, and with our utmost gratitude, thank you very much.